I'm Ilya Marchenko.
I'm Dennis Kudla.
I'm Jesper de Jong.
I'm Henry Laxon.
I am Francisco Cerundolo, and you are listening to the Game to Love podcast.
Hello and welcome to the fourth day of the Vienna Open here on Game to Love. We've got a match today, a match that is 2 years in the making. We have, of course, the new father in Daniil Medvedev coming off the back of quite a serious injury halfway through a match with Novak Djokovic, but also, as mentioned at the top of the show, coming off the back of a fatherhood here in Vienna, where of course his wife had a baby in Nice, living not too far outside of Monte Carlo. But that is Medvedev, and then we also have the guy who's coming back up from an even seriouser injury to do with his wrist, Dominic THIEM, who of course has been battling to get back to some sort of form and is currently one game off going back into the world's top 100. The last time that these two have met, and they've met on a number of really quite strong occasions, most notably, of course, was a team playing Medvedev. I believe it was in the US Open, playing in the US Open. Just making sure I get this absolutely spot on and correct. Yeah, playing in the US Open in 2020, which was all part of Thiem's historic run to the title there in 2020, where he beat Medvedev 6-2, 7-6, 7-6 in a somewhat close contest, which of course was part of that brilliant year that Thiem had. But it's been a bit mixed when it comes to their score. When I say score, I mean it comes to their head-to-head. Of course, the last time they played was then a couple months later at the ATP Finals, where Medvedev got the better of Thiem in the indoor hard setting, and could that play a part in what could take place here today? Hi, MJ. Yes, I am new. I was in the I did a show yesterday covering the Tsitsipas match, and I'm hoping to be good for you all here on this stream today. So yeah, the suspense is really I say suspense is building up. You can certainly see there's a load of crowd. There's a huge amount of people, a huge crowd already in the venue, ready for this match to kick off. And what I would like you all to do now, because we are at the start of the match as the players are warming up, is to put your predictions of what you believe will happen in the comments below. Please make sure you put your comments in the put your predictions, in the comments below. I'm going to start us off. I'm probably going to say that I suspect Medvedev will do this, and I could see Thiem certainly getting a set, but I believe the experience Medvedev has. We've seen some fantastic tennis from him already this week. Putting aside Basilashvili in just under an hour, literally just in under an hour, is literally 10 seconds off doing it. Yesterday, whereas Thiem's come off the back of quite a long match, really feeding off that crowd's energy against Tommy Paul. So it's certainly going to be a very tough match. I'm going to say it's going to be Medvedev in 3. But I'm a huge Thiem fan, as you could probably gather yesterday. So it was so huge, but I'm a big Thiem fan. And I really hope that he could battle against those odds. Just that when you come to these situations, you kind of got to play the points off against each other. Sons of Robin, you would come out and said that you think Medvedev will win 6-2, 6-4. That certainly could be a plausible scoreline. I certainly think there's going to be 2 different options along here today. You could either have Medvedev to walk it effectively, or it could be a closer contrast. And you've also put Sons of Robin that it's Dimitrov staying in the main draw more dangerous for Medvedev or Rublev. So is Dimitrov staying in the main draw more dangerous for Medvedev or Rublev? More dangerous for Medvedev than Rublev? Too many V's at the end of their name here. I would say, Medvedev can get to a lot of balls. I don't really know. I would certainly. It sounds like a cop out, but I'd say that both would have been similar sort of levels of danger. I do though think that Medvedev has the making of Rublev at this stage, especially on the indoor hard. I would know how to be able to put him away. So maybe maybe a bit of an unknown challenge almost on the indoor hard when it comes to Dimitrov. Who's showed some outstanding tennis literally just a couple of minutes ago to work there. Again, like I said, if you can make sure that you put your predictions in the comments below, the match is just about to start. They're currently just doing the service motions now on the warm-up. That would be absolutely fantastic. And remember to hit the like button as much as you hit the like button. Make sure that anyone else is watching there hitting the like button as well. And some comments throughout the entirety of the show would be fantastic. It promises to be a good one. And I'm, like I said, I'm really excited and gunning for this one here. Thiem certainly looks as though he's certainly looks focused in his service motions with the full crowd ready and waiting. Graham, you think Thiem will win. Interesting. You think he'll lose the first set, but then he'll win the next 2 sets in a very tight format. You're saying 7-5, 7-6. Again, that is, running off the lines of a tight match where Thiem doesn't start well, and he hasn't at times started well recently, but then been able to come back. The Tommy Paul match being the key example of that. So I'm just gonna, I'll just wait just a minute before we put the scoreboard back up for this contest. Again, as I was saying, they're just going for the service motions, and I think, as I mentioned at the top of the show, Medvedev coming off the back of fatherhood, what feels like half the ATP and WTA tour at the moment, coming off the back of parenthood in some description. The view we got here of the crowd just being absolutely packed all the way to the rafters on each stand. It's just brilliant to see. I know players like to say it after the end of their matches, but with the pandemic and whatnot, having huge stadiums like the Arthur Ashe Stadium, the Philippe Chatrier Stadium in Roland Garros, especially in 2020, being absolutely bare bones nobody in there. To have these sort of stadiums, especially these indoor stadiums, absolutely full is brilliant to see. Hi again, Manoris. It's good to see you in the chat, and hopefully you'll all be able to stay around for the entirety of this contest. Just about to go out and start to produce the first point. So we'll get the scoreboard back up and we'll get ready for the point here. As I can see here, we've got THIEM who is starting to serve, and we'll go from there. So it's just doing his usual warm up when it comes to service motion, getting himself ready. We'll of course also do some scores around the ground throughout the entirety of this game. So THIEM's first serve out wide, first serve in, and Rublev. I saw Rublev in the chat. Thank you, man. I used to say Rublev in the chat. Medvedev, sorry. Daniil hit it wide, back to the team side. So THIEM up 15-love as it currently stands. So THIEM again, he's doing his normal service motion, fires it down the tee. Unfortunately, it was long, so it's going to a second serve. So we're going for a second service motion. THIEM down the thing, straight down the centre. Rublev back up to the full baseline. Baseline again, cross court by THIEM, cross court by Medvedev, hits the net and goes long beyond the tram lines. Now up 30-love here for THIEM. Some good signs at the moment from THIEM when it comes to the points. Medvedev maybe being a little bit wayward with currently some of his shots. Mano says you've already been upset with Rublev losing his straight sets. Yeah, it was a big result for Dimitrov. He can certainly hit those big ones, or have those big results against those big players, as we saw at some points throughout this year. So THIEM straight down the middle and just clipped the net on the way over. So unfortunately, something that should have been an ace is not. So he's just going to go do the service motion again. Coming along the line and down the middle again, and Medvedev cannot get that back over the net, ends up hitting it basically to his service line, and the THIEM is already 40-love up. This is a really good start for Dominic here, not slow at all, really focused, really into it, which is fantastic to see. What can he do? Can he do the first game to love? That'd be brilliant if he does do the first game to love. Let's see if he can do it. Down the line, hits the service line, brilliant. Baseline, cross court by THIEM, cross court by Medvedev, backhand by THIEM, backhand by Medvedev, backhand again, backhand, cross court there by THIEM, cross court by Medvedev, THIEM backhand, Medvedev switches it to the other angle, and THIEM is only able to fire it long. So we will not have a game to love in the first service game, as THIEM is unable to capitalize there. But let's see if the THIEM can at least make this a somewhat comfortable hold, maybe 250. Again, like I said, you can make sure you can hit this like button. It'd be brilliant if you can get to 100 today. Especially for such a big match, a match that we've not seen take place for over 2 years or close to 2 years. THIEM up the line and THIEM on the return was unable to get that over the net. It is now 40-30 to Dominic THIEM. Medvedev coming back a little bit already. So everyone in the crowd is trying to respond with some tempo. So THIEM is just doing the service motion here. He would like to get it done now. Doesn't want to go to a deuce. Again, down the line, really good shot there. Medvedev able to get it back. They're going cross court again. THIEM drop shots it. Medvedev runs to the net. Is able to drop shot it back over. Well, THIEM is able to. THIEM is able to basically run to the net and flick it over past Medvedev to take the first game. And I think, given the fact that he's well done that, we'll give a little bit of the THIEM button.
Scooby-Doo-Bop-Bop-a-Doo. He knows what to do. Scooby-Doo-Bop-Bop-a-Dee. It's Dominic THIEM. It's Dominic THIEM. If you know what I mean. It's Dominic THIEM. If you know what I mean. Scooby-Doo-Bop-Bop-a-Doo. He knows what to do. Scooby-Doo-Bop-Bop-a-Dee. It's Dominic
Luckily, that took as long as it was about to Medvedev to grab his water and to go over to the other side. Manrish, you also pointed out Nori lost in straight sets. Yes, a very surprising result earlier today. I must admit, I know that Nori isn't the best for indoor hard courts, but it was certainly a shock loss to team. Shock loss as you're on. Medvedev coming a bit here. Medvedev is controlling the rally here. Team, unfortunately, hits it wide like a golfer's shot. Is probably the best way to describe it. Hits it wide like a golfer's shot as Medvedev goes 15 love up. Medvedev goes 15 love up. So Medvedev serves, hits the net on his first serve there, straight down, pretty much into the middle of the net. Please put how you're feeling in the comments about this match below if you're watching along. And so we've got a bit of a rally going on here. Some slice forehands that Dan Evans would be even pleased of. And Medvedev is able just to control that point, comes to the net, and then slices it across court away from the team. So strong start in the service game here for Medvedev, looking to control his service game on the rallies, not letting team into any of it so far. Medvedev straight down the line. Team manages to get it back. And we're into rally, cross-court backhands, playing at play. We're back to some of the slices. Team slicing it back to Medvedev's backhand to backhand. Team fires it across. And then the bullet up the line. The first time we've seen it today. The infamous team bullet up the line to make it 30-15. It's just it's a thing of motion. It's a thing of poetry. The up the line backhand by team. You could probably watch a combination on YouTube for an entire hour and you wouldn't get bored. At least I hope so. Okay, team. Medvedev was able to do a brilliant serve out wide. Team just wasn't able to get it. Keep it on the island, as they say. As such, Medvedev has now got 2 game points to make it 1 game all. So this is a very interesting start. Some good strong service games on both players' serve. And granted, it's only the first game each, but it's good to see. Unfortunately, Medvedev clips the net there, and as such, we've got a let point. Medvedev just choosing the balls, and the team just wiping his face, as you'd usually expect most players to do very quickly. So so Medvedev down the line, forehand to forehand cross courts here, and Medvedev hits the net. Team was able to push it so far close to the baseline that Medvedev was unable to get it back over the net. On the return, Medvedev has still got 1 more game point to make it 1 game all. This is a very good start. This is a very good start on Medvedev's service game here. Manois, you pick up a brilliant point, which I'm just going to put into the chat here, as the team is able to return it back. They're into a backhand rally here. Backhand by Medvedev, backhand by team, cross court by all the time. Really stretching each other out wide. Medvedev backhand again, backhand up the line for team. A little bit more power and pace on these backhands now. Move from slicing to top shot hits. Backhand to backhand, cross court, team nearly got caught out there. Medvedev forehand up the line. Team was unable to get it over the net. As such, Medvedev takes this first service game for himself to make it 1-1. And just as Manois said, if Dominic team wins this match, he will provisionally be back into the world's top 100. So a really big incentive for team here to get that victory so that he can get back into the world's top 100. And of course, if he does that, it means that qualification for the Australian Open will be automatic, as he can get main draw entry if he could do that. Granted, he'd be close to the cutoff at this stage anyway. But he would want that guaranteed, as any player would want to do. So it's a 1 game all. Medvedev, team is about to serve. Out wide, brilliant bit by team. Team then comes back, drop shots it over the net as he comes to the net. Couldn't script it any better. Really strong point there by team. It's fantastic to see. The crowd are really pleased with that as well. Again, it was a really great shot out wide, and then just the hands at the net to be able to get that into a drop shot is just brilliant. It's just brilliant. If you want to put any predictions still at the chat, given we've had 2 games, please do. I'll be interested. If you've got any questions for me, please do put them in there as well. The team up the line. Oh, just about went beyond the long line. Long line, if that's even the word. There, so it's the second serve here. Team tries to do it out wide. Medvedev return wide. Up the line by team. Moves backhand to backhand from the baseline. Now we're doing cross court backhands again. It's going to be a big backhand contest here. Team up the line with the usual team thing. Medvedev caught strangling, and team was able to run to the net and to be able to put it away to make it 30 love. So a really, like I said, a really strong start here by team. It's really, really encouraging to see. Can he get this first game to love? I'm hoping to press that button for the first point. Just so much power and conviction from team, which is excellent to see. This may sound like it's a bit of a team stream. I do apologize. You've got a strong Medvedev fan in here, if that ever comes across. But Medvedev is playing some outstanding shots as well, which is excellent to see. So team cross court, excellent, similar to his first service point. Backhand by Medvedev, and now doing baseline to baseline. And team does a backhand up the line, the classic backhand up the line to make it 30 love. Leaves Medvedev stranding by the middle of the court. This is just excellent to see. This is just brilliant to see. Can he keep it up in this set is the key thing. Can he keep it up? So the team just doing his usual whacking the ball. Okay, first serve hits the net, unfortunately. Good question from USA trackers. I will answer that as soon as this game is to an end. So able to get back. Medvedev has got some control over this point, but it's forehand to forehand across court. Team's able to backhand it to slow their point down. Medvedev cross court at that point there. Medvedev forehand across court. Forehand across court again by Medvedev. Team backhand. Oh, it's clipped the net. Medvedev goes for the drop shot. Team runs forward and just crushes it over the net. But Medvedev is able to catch that to win the point. So, unfortunately, not a game to love point on this. Not a game to love on this team service game. But again, still some strong showing by team. He is in this. He is certainly in this. So we just about wait now for point to start. Team is just choosing which ball he wants to go for. Also strong. Medvedev has really shown that he's hanging around in team service games, which is always good to see. Which is good to see in terms of from a competitive standpoint. So team with the service up the line. Unfortunately, it went long. So we're down to a second serve. So just bouncing the ball at the moment. So team serve cross court. Medvedev returns back. Team up the line. Cross court by Medvedev. Cross court by team. Cross court again. Cross court again. Pushing Medvedev out wide. Slice there by team. Medvedev pushes it to the other side of the court. All team is able to just get it over the net. Catches the ball here with a little bit of a drop shot. Medvedev coming up. Team, unfortunately, team whacks it long as he tries to cage it, as it says, as the tennis professionals call it, when you try and hit it to your opponent's feet. Just hits it long beyond the baseline. At the end, if you can make sure you can hit the like button, we'd like to get to 100 today, if possible, given the fact this is a match that's 2 years in the making, that we're seeing played out on team's home soil. Thank you, Lexi, for the like. And it'd be great if as you're saying, James, just dropping to give you a like. I'll make sure that we'll join you next week. Thank you. And you're saying Dommy and free. Interesting. We've got some strong Dommy support here, which is excellent. As Dominic runs to the net and is able to smash it to make it 2-1. Excellent. So good start from the team. Now, USA trackers, you may be asked the question: who do you think? Do you ever think Dommy will be top 10 again? Now, based off how he's playing at the moment, he's certainly, I would say, at the level of a Hurkacz, to a degree, Norrie, Fritz, Rublev level at this stage here, in terms of he's able to get those big performances, have that start to show that consistency. So I could certainly see him winning seeing him getting back to top 20 definitely with the way he's playing, and then almost certainly probably top 10. If he gets back to top 5 ever again, given the players that are in there, like Alcaraz, Medvedev, Djokovic, Nadal, it's wait and see on that one. There was a lot of big names in there that will stay there. But then there are the likes of, and I'm sorry to say this, but the likes of like your Tsitsipas's and whatnot, which could see themselves start to drop out of that. The consistency that they're showing throughout the season starts to drop in any way. So I would certainly say definitely top 10. I don't know if he'll ever get back to top 5 though, just because. Manoris, you let us know that Hubie has won the first set 7-5. That's a very tight match there. Russell must really be playing some excellent levels of tennis to be bringing that there. Let's see if we've got some scores around the ground. Just going over to Basel, where Andy Murray's playing Roberto Batista Agut, and Roberto Batista Agut is 4-3 up, but they're on serve at the moment there. And Bublik has won the first set against Albert Ramos Vinulas 6-3, and it's 1-1 in the second. And as was mentioned by Manoris excellently, Hurkacz has won the first set 7-5, and it is 1-all in the second. So that's just some scores around the ground. It's brilliant to see that we're already up past 50 people watching the stream. If all those 50 people can make sure they like the like this, that'd be absolutely fantastic. As we say, a really big match taking place here. As Medvedev has got the balls he needs to do, and he's about to start his service game. So Medvedev cross court, team's able to return it back, but unfortunately hits it into the net, meaning that Medvedev takes the first point here. Both players at the moment, or at least wanting to show at the early stages of this match, that they are strong on their own service game. Team's able to return a down the line shot from Medvedev. Team is on the back foot here, as Medvedev is conducting him around the court. Medvedev up the line. Team's able to return cross court. And Medvedev is unable to keep control of that point. Hits it long, and it is now 15-all between Medvedev and team. 15-all. Very much, as I keep on saying, a very strong start here by certainly team, and something you kind of expect from Medvedev. Okay, Medvedev goes to hit it long, goes to hit it wide and hits it long. And then Medvedev back again, hits it long again, similar sort of angle, and team is unable to get it over the net, and it sails into the ATP Tour logo. I do like the way that they do those logos, by the way. It looks fantastic on the TV, and of course when you're there in person, and the flip sides it has with the colouring, it's really good to see. Medvedev down tries to go a lot wide on the ad court. No workings just there. Second serve. Hits out wide again. Team backhand across court. We've seen a backhand cross court rally taking place here. A little bit of a chip there by team. Team goes for the hard drive on the backhand and unfortunately hits the net, meaning that Medvedev has 2 game points to make it 2-all. So this is turning into a little bit of a quick service game here for Daniil Medvedev, looking to get back at level at the early stages of this first set. So Medvedev down the line, team is able to at least reach it. Medvedev goes for the drop shot, team runs to it, just about gets it, but unfortunately is unable to get it over the net, and as such Medvedev makes it 2-all. That was a very impressive hold there by Medvedev. I'm very much appreciate this a little bit. For that impressive hold, I felt like it was worth the Medvedev button. Gary, no worries. I hope maybe I'll end up seeing you later on if this match turns out to be quite a long one. Hopefully I'll end up joining the stream afterwards. As team is able to win the first point on his service thing, he was able to run forward to the net to make it 15-love. Good start by team. Again, still trying to make sure that he holds at least his side of the service game. Sorry, I meant hi, not hey. Both things both things count as a greeting. Both things count as a greeting. So yeah, team's just blowing his hands just to make sure that his usual sort of routine before taking the service swing. So team serving, takes it down the line, first serve in, backhand down from Team, cross court from Medvedev. Again, what we're seeing this game a lot is a lot of backhand to backhand exchanges. Team goes to try and cage it. Sliced by Team back again. Oh, forehand by Medvedev. Backhand by Medvedev, cross court by Team. Medvedev, cross court again. Team puts some power on his cross court thing. Down the line by Team, and he hits it past Medvedev. The classic again. The classic backhand down the line like a bullet by Team. Wins the point. The crowd are really happy with that point there to make it 30-love. If it's all possible, Andrezi, I could go with Hubie, probably meaning Hubie Hurkacz, but I'm guessing I'm trying to do some sort of, do my sort of failed GCSE Spanish to try and work out what was the rest of your sentence. But I'm thinking win, of course, means win something, or at least he looks like he's about to win the match with that one there. So Team fires it down the line. Unfortunately, hits it just wide of the actual service line, so he's unable to get that on the first serve. So Team goes for the serve, cross court. Medvedev's able to return. Team forehand to forehand. We've got a forehand to forehand exchange. This is new. Forehand up the line by Medvedev. Team's then backhanding it with some slice. A little bit of loop there by Team. Medvedev is unable to do it, unable to get his racket properly on it. Ends up hitting it into the net, and Team has 3 game points on his own serve to make it 3-2. I'm wondering if we're going to get our first game to love. I wonder if we're going to get our first game to love. So let's see. So Team just taking the ball here again. This is, like I said, this is an impressive start from Team. He is playing he's playing a really solid high level straight from the start. Not making too many mistakes. Not letting that Medvedev finishes the match. Team hits it down the line. Unfortunately, it just went long. So it will be a second serve. Team's camp will be pretty happy with the start of the performance here. Team hits the ball out wide. Medvedev goes for the return. Team slices it back to Medvedev's feet. Medvedev with the forehand. Team with the backhand. Medvedev with the backhand. Backhand to backhand exchanges now taking place at the moment. Very close to Team's Medvedev's feet there. Cross court there. Team with the forehand to the other side. Medvedev hits it long and hits it out. So Team takes it game to love. Yes, Medvedev Team takes that first one game to love, playing unbelievably well at the moment, which is fantastic to see in this match here. Really good to see. So Team is just, as they got down here, sitting with his drinks. I mean, it's an interesting one, and it'd be great if you could put in the comments as well, because what have you made of Team's sort of indoor hard court season so far? I mean, he's had 2 appearances and 2 semi-finals in the last week. Was able to get to, as I say, the semi-final in Gijón and also Antwerp, losing out to Rublev and Korda in both matches there. Do you think this is signs that team is pretty much back to where he once was, or is it him making advantage of potentially of good draws that he may have possibly had? Be interested to know in the comments which way you swing on how Team is performing at the moment. I know when I was watching some of his clay court performances after the Wimbledon, that sort of Central European swing, he was playing really well on that surface, and getting to the semi-final in Gstaad was really well, was fantastic for him. So just doing a normal sort of light displays, as we can see a banner from a fan saying "Come on, Team!" effectively. As we're getting ready for Medvedev to go out and to start serving. Again, like I said, if you make sure you can hit the like button, that'd be fantastic. For this match, this is already a match that's proving its worth as a likable match going forward. That would be excellent. So Team's just going down to the baseline. Medvedev looking a bit frazzled with the hair, actually. A little bit all over the shot, like me when I come out the shower in the morning. So Medvedev just up, hits it out wide. Team's able to get a return on it, hits it onto the baseline. Unfortunately, that wasn't onto the baseline. It was wide. So Medvedev is 15-love up already. 15 love up already in this match. So, Gene, you putting it, you're excited for this one? Couldn't agree more. Already excited, even if we are, coming to midway through the match. What a backhand by Thiem. So Thiem ran to the net because Medvedev did a drop shot, and Thiem was able to just caress it over and pass Medvedev there. Yeah, it does certainly take us back to 2020, a slightly surreal and bizarre year in all our lives, where Thiem versus Medvedev was quite a regularity, especially in 2020, 2019, for big finals and big stages of tournaments. Unfortunately, Medvedev hits it out wide, and Thiem is unable to keep it on the island. So Medvedev is 30-15 up, as we say. When they play the ATP finals, that was the last time they played. On that occasion, Medvedev came out the winner, and then of course 2 months prior, they played each other in the semi-finals at the US Open, where Dominic Thiem won, of course, on his way to his only Grand Slam title so far to date. So Thiem up the line. Medvedev is out of control this one. But Medvedev is about down the line with the ball. Backhand by Thiem cross court. Medvedev cross court. They really are running all over the shot with this one. Medvedev backhand, forehand down the line. Forehand, doing baseline to baseline at the moment. Oh, this is they're all over the shot here. Medvedev having to run to the net. Thiem lobs it over, tries to lob it over Medvedev's head. Unfortunately, it just goes long. Get rid of those just there. Correct, G. A few of you have pointed out that we're going to have a situation where if Thiem does win, he goes back into the top 100, and all the caveats and all the the places in Grand Slams, direct entry into Grand Slams that then comes with. So Medvedev hits it out wide, unfortunately long. Medvedev has 2 game points here to try and make it 3 games all. Medvedev backhand across court, forehand down the line, backhand by Thiem, backhand by Medvedev, backhand by Thiem, backhand to backhand again, and this time Medvedev is unable to get it over the net, and it is now 40-30 to Medvedev. Still has 1 game point. But is running along. Score update for Manaris. Hubie is now down 3-1 in the second set. Not a good way of starting the second set. Unfortunately, usually what happens is that you have that sort of dip between one set and another. Especially the first set's quite tight as that one was. So, some brilliant defensive work here by Thiem. Hits it long. Medvedev is out to sea. Down the line, shot bullet by Thiem. And Thiem is able to forehand down the line. It is now deuce. We are into a deuce scenario. I mean, it's the first time this entire match that we actually have gone into a deuce scenario. What is going to happen here? Thiem is playing unbelievably well on the defensive, which is fantastic to see. We just need to know what's going to happen in this point here. I say in this point here. In this deuce game here. The 2 comments coming through. Rublev went down in straight sets. Yes, he did. As Medvedev hits it into the net on his first service point. Medvedev fires it again. Out wide. Thiem is able to get to it. Medvedev runs forward. That's interesting. Takes it as a volley and is able to effectively drop shot it to the other side of the court, and Thiem is unable to get to that. Dimi always decided to peak in a few tournaments each year. Yeah, he tends to do that. He can somehow, go from beating top 10 players to losing to players ranked 80 odd in the world. Ruby was really mad since the beginning of the match. He did seem a little bit agitated, as we know as Medvedev ends up scoring a double fault on his own serve. Back to deuce. We are back to deuce. Not playing at his best when it comes to his service games at the moment from Daniil. Yeah, I mean, it'll be an interesting point of topic for discussion. I'll save it for when they sit down again about Rublev's mentality, especially over the past couple of few tournaments. So it was a let there by Medvedev. So he's just on his first serve. So we've got a let first serve. Let first serve. Remember, make sure you like this. Make sure everyone's watching it. We're fantastic. Unfortunately, their team was unable to get it over the net as Medvedev fired it down the tee with some pace and precision there. Medvedev again has advantage on his own serve, looking to make it 3 games all. Medvedev serves down the tee. Team is down the tee against team, and team is unable to return it. So we are now sitting at 3 games all. We are now pretty much, as you probably get, halfway through the first set here at the Vienna Open, or the Ertestay Open in Vienna, which is of course one of the 2 last, along with Basel, one of the last 500 events of the year. So the season has gone unbelievably quick. So team up the line up the line there, able to get the first stop. We've got now forehand to forehand exchanges from the back of the court, cross court to cross court. Medvedev hit it to the baseline, and unfortunately, team's unable to get a good connection on the ball and hit it into the net. So Medvedev is 15 up on team's serve. He's 15 up on team's serve. So we're now in a position where team is just getting himself ready, going for the service motion. Hits it up. Unfortunately, hits it into the net as he tries to go down the tee. Generally, team's been quite strong on his service stats at the moment, as you say, for first serves. So they've got a rally going here. Forehand to forehand exchanges from the back of the court, each from baseline to baseline. Oh, that was close by team, nearly going long. He's got Medvedev on the back foot. He's playing the conductor at the back end of the court, which is fantastic. Clips the net. Still backhand to backhand exchanges. They've been able to recover from that. Team across court. Medvedev across court as well. Continuously working themselves across court. Team changes position. Medvedev's absolutely scrambling, and team's run to the net and is able to simply smash it to the far end of the corner to make it 15-15. Manners picks up, yes. RBA has taken the first set against Andy Murray 6-3, with Murray having break points in that match. And also probably been a breakdown. I think that he was at a point. But 6-3, given the 6-love, 6-1 loss that Murray was dealt by Batista Agut in Doha at the beginning of the year. 6-3 is a bit of a better scoreline to start off with. Maybe you can see if Murray can do anything in the second set there with that match. Now, team is just been distracted here by someone in the crowd, just trying to get himself back composed, doing his usual repertoire when it comes to his serve, and he's unfortunately hits it slightly long as he tries to go wide to go into the second serve. Going to the second serve here. So forehand to forehand exchanges now taking place. Backhand by Medvedev. Backhand, so now on to backhand exchanges here. Forehand again by team as he pushes it wide. Team up the line and unfortunately hits it way too long. We are in a little bit of dangerous waters here. We're in very dangerous waters here for actually with Medvedev, as he is now 30-15 up in this service game. So this is not as strong as the previous service games the team has had. He's certainly got to fight to get back into this one. Medvedev again. Probably does need a slight haircut at the moment. Up the line from team, and it was an excellent up the line. Medvedev was unable to keep it on the island on the return, and as such, it is now 30 all. So we are very tight here, in Vienna. So to both players, their camps are, well, we've certainly got to look at Thiem's camp. I don't know if his coach always looks that worried, but he certainly looks, invested and worried in his own player. Thiem up the line, good shot there. Cross court there by Thiem, forehand. Now moving to the backhand with a slice. Forehand by Medvedev. Got a bit of a forehand to forehand exchange taking place here. Cross court all the time. Clips the net by Thiem. Medvedev comes scrambling. Is unable to get the ball over the net. It clipped the net. Medvedev was miles back, and yes, was brilliant to be able to get to the ball before it did the second bounce. But it was so low, he was unable to get it above the net afterwards. So Thiem has 1 game point on his own serve to make it 4-3. Bit of luck there, but you always need a bit of luck when it comes to when it comes to tennis matches. But they always say that luck, what goes around comes around, and there may be a bit of luck from Medvedev later on in the match. So Thiem goes across court, unfortunately, or goes to take his serve out wide. Unfortunately, it goes beyond the service box. So we're going to a second serve here. Up the line. Now we've got a bit of a forehand to forehand exchange. Thiem hits it long on the third ball. He is not happy with himself, not happy at all with that. He knows he should have done better. He knows he should have got it on the island. Make Medvedev play. So we're now sitting at deuce. So we're now at the second deuce game of this set. I know with the last service game for Medvedev, he had a deuce. And this kind of shows that if you're unable to take those chances or unable to really progress forward on your opponent's serve, they can end up getting you on your own. So Thiem goes to hit the ball. Unfortunately, he's unable to get it over the net as he goes out wide. So Thiem, second serve, goes wide again. Medvedev's able to return. And we've got a forehand to forehand exchange. Backhand from Medvedev. Backhand by Thiem. So we've gone to a bit of a backhand exchange at the moment, but all cross court. Medvedev goes for a slice little serve. It doesn't work out too well. Thiem runs towards the net and shanks it long. Ends up firing it long. Medvedev has break point here on Thiem's serve. Are we going to see the first break of the match? First break of the set, as Medvedev has that advantage. Thiem, his level has slightly dropped here. His level has certainly slightly dropped. Which isn't great for Thiem. He needs to keep, if he wants to win this match, he needs to have that level up high. So Thiem for the serve, hits it wide, brilliant serve, first serve in, goes to the net, able to smash it, hits the water drop logo at the back, and we're back to deuce. That is how you respond. That is how you respond to these sorts of situations. Yeah, thank you, Dibor, for pointing that out on that point. Now, remember, if you want to put anything in the comment section that's going to help stimulate a discussion between you all, please do put it down there. Any questions you've got for me, could be about the match, could be about anything in chat tennis in general. Please do put it in there. Or if you want to get to know me a little bit more, please do put anything there. And Thiem, was that? Yeah, no, that wasn't, unfortunately. It looked as though it was a close call, and he just missed the line. So Thiem, it is a second serve here for Thiem. Goes for the service motion, hits it out as a body serve. They go on to a forehand to forehand exchange. Good and deep one by Thiem. Medvedev deep as well. Really strong, really tight angles here on the cross court. Medvedev is looking to come forward, unable to do so. He's able to do a cross court backhand. Down the line cross backhand by Thiem. by Medvedev. Medvedev backhand again. We've got a bit of backhand to backhand exchange taking place here. And it went long by Thiem on one of those backhands. Medvedev has a second break point here. I agree, Dibor. Medvedev's backhand does look strong. Both players are playing with a strong backhand in this game, it seems. Both are not afraid to actually play it. You can sometimes see with some players where they're not necessarily happy with their backhand, that they'll run around the ball and they'll try and hit it with their forehand. But these two players are not afraid to use their backhand, to go to their backhands. So up the line by team. Good first serve. Got a bit of a rally going here. Oh, close there by team. It's going out. Medvedev, we've got forehand to forehand, cross-court exchange here. Team looks to change it. Now we're going baseline to baseline. Very strong backhand by team. He's really looking to control this point, really put his strength into it. And he forces a mistake out of Medvedev. Medvedev ends up firing it long as we now go to 40-40 here in Vienna. This is a strong performance from both players. You know, when the chips are down, as they say, both players have turned up to the event. Really strong fist pumping there by team. He's happy with that point. Now let's see if he can actually consolidate it and actually go up to advantage himself. Or will Medvedev get another break point? Who knows? As team's really running down the service clock, he better be careful. He's not going to get a penalty here. Doesn't dust in time. Unfortunately, hits it long on the first serve. So we're gone to a second serve. A bit of a repeating pattern. I'm sure team doesn't want to see this continue. Bit of a body shot. We've got a bit of a forehand to forehand rally taking place at the moment. Backhand by Medvedev down the line. Forehand across by team. Team up the line with his forehand. Medvedev with a good strong backhand. Now we're going to a slice backhand from team. Oh, and he hits it long again. Team hits it long again. We have got another break point. Another break point here for Medvedev. Will he convert? Is it third time lucky? Or will team muster the energy, muster the power that he needs again? Crowd are looking to get behind him. Team's coach is looking really strongly at his player. The team up the line, great start there, and what a way to respond. Strong first serve up the tee. Medvedev unable to have the control on the shot. And ends up spraying it wide. So this is turning into a very long service game here. I don't know the exact times of this service game, but we are currently sitting. It's 41 minutes on the game clock, and we're only 3 games each in. As I said, I think some people, what I said about potentially this being a long one, could certainly come true. Wide by team, and finally the wide shot works. He gets the ace. He gets to advantage on his own serve. Strong here by team at the back end of his service game. Now, will he be able to get this sorted, get to 4-3, and look to start to attack the Medvedev serve, or will Medvedev look to come back? Let's see. The team up the line. Oh, no, hits the net. Looks as though he's going to actually go up the line there, but no, he ends up trying to go across court and hit the net. Second serve, up the line. Medvedev's able to get a good forehand return, so we've got a bit of a forehand exchange taking place at the moment. Forehand to forehand, cross court, up the line by team, and a similar picture to this service game. Team hits it long. So we're back to 40-40. Medvedev seems to have been able to at least play something where teams unable to find the island when he is going for those forehand winners. They are being sprayed long, constantly. Being sprayed long, constantly. So team up the team with the serve up the line, excellent, with a cross court. Now he's gone up the backhand was there, didn't work, and team's not happy as he ends up spraying it long. Again, he ends up spraying it long on the forehand. Rinse and repeat of the previous point playing out there, as we now have team sitting at a break point down. This is the service game that does not want to end. This is certainly the service game that does not want to end. I'm sure everyone in the chat, everyone watching, will be if you're watching this, listening to me and watching it live at the same time, it's probably absolutely lapping this up. So team goes for the serve out wide. Unfortunately, hits the net. Unfortunately, he is unable to get it in the right area. Team Oh, no, he hits a double fault, and Medvedev has taken the first break here in Vienna. Taking the first break. But that was an anticlimactic way for that service game to end. The Dominic team ends up hitting it wide on both his first and his second serve, and as such is unable to get the ball playing on that advantage. So Medvedev here is 4-3 up, now looking to look to consolidate. Has the break, now can he consolidate to make it 5-3? Team's rummaging around in his bag for whatever he's looking for there. But a point was brought up a bit earlier on about Rublev when it came to his what seems to be his mentality or how agitated he's looking. So one of the things in which was you sort of stated, and I think it was said during his stint in Gijón, was that the pressure of trying to actually qualify for the World Tour Finals, in which it wasn't guaranteed at that stage, but at this stage I think it pretty much is there or thereabouts at this stage now anyway. The pressure of trying to qualify has played a lot on his mind, and he's ended up really overreacting more than what you'd usually expect to see Rublev do on the court. It can be quite disturbing at times to actually see the amount of physical aggression or negativity that he both places on himself and verbally shouts out on the court itself. And we've all probably seen his kneecaps get absolutely torn to shreds when he's been playing. USA Tracker, you say you hope team breaks back here. I'm sure a lot of the Austrian fans as well be hoping that team can break back here. And those fans, and those supporters of Medvedev, those supporters of team as well, who are not Austrian. Just to give a score update around the ground, Murray's a breakdown against Batista Agut, 2-1 down in the second set. Of course, he lost the first. Alexandra Bublik is through to the quarterfinals, beating Ramos Vinulas 6-3, 6-3. These are some of the results in Basel. And Emil Ristovori is 5-3 up against Hurkacz as it currently stands. So strong service point now by Medvedev, makes it 15 all as team's unable to get it back over. So Medvedev ends up going for the shot there, out wide. Unfortunately, hits the net on his behalf. Oh, and then he hits a double fault. Medvedev hits some double fault to make it 15-15. So some quick points there. Yep, Mara's picking up. Bublik won easily, 6-3, 6-3. Bublik is a big fan of the indoor hard courts, so it makes sense for that for him to do well here. Medvedev cross court, and teams are unable to get any control over it, and Medvedev is up 30-15. Very quick games taking place here. What else was going to say? Ramos Vinulas as well isn't exactly the world's most renowned hard courter. Medvedev up the line, team's able to get something on it. Medvedev up the line again, backhand by team, backhand by Medvedev. Really good backhand by team, and Medvedev hits it long. It is now 30-30. So this is a very tight service game. USA, you maybe your hopes of team getting back in here may actually happen. So Medvedev just getting himself ready here. Ends up shooting for the ball. What a literally on the perfect point of the tee. Medvedev has a game point to make it 5-3. Will he consolidate? Will he make it 5-3 here in the first set in Vienna? So it goes as it goes for the normal service motion. Down the tee, the team's able to get something on it, but it just clipped the net on the way over. So it's going to be a first serve again. It comes to let. So Medvedev up the line. Team is just got something on it. Team backhand down the line. Medvedev scrambling. Team's back up at the net. Does a drop shot. And Medvedev just about gets it over, but team is able to put it back the other way. And we're now at deuce. This is tight. This is certainly getting tight. Unbelievably tight here in on Medvedev's service game, where you'd probably expect him to make a few more first serves to get to to win this through. Oh no, it was a double bounce. It wasn't the case. The Thiem won the point anyway. It would have been if he hit the ball. Medvedev hits it out wide, is just wide. So we are sitting at a second serve. Medvedev hits it wide again. What do we have here? We have a break point for Thiem. Dominic Thiem here has break point to bring it back to 4-4. Will he do it? Will Medvedev let him back into this set? It's getting tense here now. Everyone watching. So Medvedev goes for the serve. Oh, it was a classic clutch Medvedev serve. Is able to get it pinpoint on the line, and as such, it is now 40-40. This is certainly tight here. Medvedev hits it down the line. Thiem's able to just get something on it. Medvedev is looking to conduct. Thiem forehand on it, but unfortunately sprays it long. Medvedev has game point here. There's a USA track. He said, "Let's go, Dommy. Break away with an American." But I love Austrians anyway. No, they are a good bunch, the Austrian lot. So Medvedev with the serve. Thiem's able to get something on it. Medvedev goes to the net. Thiem just goes to Medvedev. Why don't you go down the line? And Thiem ends up trying to do a drop shot, and it goes wide. And we have the consolidation from Medvedev. We have consolidated here for Medvedev. It is now 5-3 here in Vienna. Thiem is walking over to his seat to probably grab another racket, as he should now be coming out to serve to stay in the match. Now it'll be a case to serve to stay in the match. Just keeping an eye on other scores around the ground. Although we come to the end of the second set in Russovori in Vienna, as Russovori is now serving to make it a set ball. Let's see what happens. So Thiem goes for the serve, hits it wide. Medvedev is able to get some return on it as Thiem is able to spray it down the other side. Medvedev is unable to get to it. So Thiem has got 15 love. Good strong start here. Very good strong start here. Remember, make sure you like this. If you're watching, like this stream. Comment in the live chat. Really want to make sure your comments are firing through there. Any questions you've got about the match or tennis in general, please do put it in there. Thiem hits the serve there, tries to go down the tee, and it clips the net on the way over, and unfortunately goes long. So Thiem here with the serve. Goes wide. Thiem backhand down the line, and that one fires. I believe, yes, he did fire long. Unfortunately, I've not got the sound on to work out if that was out or not. But yeah, Thiem fires long there. So it's now 15-15. I'm sure Medvedev would like to start the next set by serving first. We'll still be looking for the double break here. Looking for the double break here in the first set. So Thiem with the serve goes out wide. Medvedev's able to get to it. A bit of a forehand to forehand exchange taking place here. Backhand by Thiem, and he sprays it long again. The level from Thiem has dropped. That is noticeable. The level from Thiem has dropped. Medvedev maybe looking as though like he is actually a father on 2 hours worth of sleep, but his level is maintained and it has stayed strong. Whereas, as it's been pointed out here, Thiem has hit 15 unforced errors in this match to Medvedev's 8. The errors are flowing off Thiem's racket. Thiem cross court. Thiem does a drop shot. Medvedev is able to just about reach it, and it lands just in as Medvedev is left stranding. But it still is hit long. The overhead lob by Medvedev by Thiem was hit long and beyond the baseline. So Medvedev has 2 set points. 2 set points. So 2 set points for Medvedev. Will he get it done here? I'm sure we hope he can. Very much waiting to see what's going to take place here. So Team with the serve down the tee. We now got a bit of a backhand to backhand exchange. Medvedev was really stretching to get to that. Medvedev cross court with his backhand. Team backhand down the line. Medvedev. Oh, what a shot by Medvedev. Through the leg tweener by Team. Team backhand down the line. Medvedev really is showing some control here. And Team hits it long. So we have the first set goes to Daniil Medvedev with a break. And in celebration of the fact that the man has just broken for the second time, Daniil Medvedev, like I said, has the first set by 6 games to 3. Six games to 3. So this has been a very strong end to the first set here by Medvedev. The unforced errors on the team racket kept on coming. As can be seen by the fact the team scored 17 unforced errors, but did score 15 winners against Medvedev in that match, which mainly came in the beginning 6 games of that set, of this set here. 54 minutes this set took in total. Very much felt like that, but to be able to get 15 winners is a not bad going. But those unforced errors let Team down a lot. He hit and sprayed long way too many times. All right, I'm sure we've got some comments. Excellent. Go Medi on Manos' foot, and then where are you streaming from? The USA Tracker. I'm streaming from I'd say it's in the UK, just outside of London. I live in one of the small towns just outside of London. And then Manos said Hubi and Emil go to the deciding set, and RBA is up 3 games to 2 against Murray. He is indeed. It is all going on. It is certainly all going on in both Basel and Vienna. Murray is trying to stick in there in that match there, whilst also Risavori is looking to come back. Showed some really good form. Was it last week of the week? Yeah, it was certainly last week where he got to the semi-finals in Stockholm. I know a lot of the Nordic players were played a lot of strong games, a lot of strong tournaments there in Stockholm. I know the Yilma brothers, of course, with Rune winning it, and Risavori getting to the semi-final. Just missed out on a Norwegian player. Unfortunately, Rune didn't decide to play that indoor event. Just to really sort of add it all up with we needed a Norwegian player and also an Icelandic player to really sort of complete the Nordic trio, or the Nordic base. Or possibly even anyone from the Faroe Islands. That'd be an interesting question. Has anyone ever actually seen or know about a player from the Faroe Islands? As the TV is showing some players playing Mario tennis on the TV screens there. The food looks fantastic in Vienna, as virtual headsets are being used to advertise VR tennis. Yep. So if we could have, as we now are setting, how do you think this next set will go? Can you please make sure you put your predictions in the comments below. Make sure you put your comments on how you think this second set will go. Will it be a case of a team comeback, or will Medvedev just run away with it going into the second set? As we've got an image here of a team just filling up his water bottle. It's very good team. If you ever watched the ATP Uncovered videos, I know a few weeks ago when they did a travel like a pro section, they covered team, and he covered his sustainable his sustainable practices, his water bottles, the types of bamboo toothpaste and brush sticks and whatnot he uses. It was a really good video to see how at least him on an individual basis is trying to do his best to protect the planet. And I know he's working a lot with other organisations to try and do a bit more on a macro level scale there. A lot, especially when we see a lot of water bottles getting used on tour at least try and see if we can reduce plastic consumption for the players. So we'll just started here. So Medvedev runs up to the net. Thiem cuts down the angles of the Thiem and then makes him play a low percentage winner. And unfortunately, because it's a low percentage, Thiem was unable to get the ball in. Again, like I said, you can make sure you put your predictions in the comments below about how you think this second set will go. That'd be excellent. So Medvedev with the serve out wide gets an ace. Gets, I think there's a further fourth ace for the match here. Takes it to 30 love. Takes it to 30 love here. So just Medvedev goes down the line. Unfortunately, clips the net on the way down. So we'll go again for a first serve here. So Medvedev hits it down the line. Thiem is just about able to scramble it. Medvedev's got control of the point. Hits it across court, out of the reach of the Thiem, and Medvedev takes it to 40 love. Are we going to get our first game to love? There is a strong possibility that could take place. Are we going to get our first game to love here by Daniil Medvedev? So Medvedev hits it up, hits it down as a body serve. Thiem is unable to get it over the net, and as such, it is a game to love. So Medvedev picking up where he left off at the end of the first set with that hold to love in his service game in the second set. As we're just getting some clips of Francisco Cerundolo, who was of course warming up for his match against Jannik Sinner. Jannik, of course, coming back off a bit of an injury scare, was unable to actually play some of the Italian tournaments. Of course, we saw some of the issues that took place at one of those Italian tournaments about the pitch not being in any, or the court, sorry, not being in any fit shape whatsoever. If you could, unfortunately, I don't know what that means, but we'll just get that checked out. We'll get that checked out as so. So just giving a quick thing about scores around the ground. Murray is 4-2 down in the second set to Bautista Agut. And over on the second court here in Vienna, it is, as I said, it's one settle between Russavori and Hurkacz, with Hurkacz winning the first service game on there. So Thiem, second serve here, hits it wide. Medvedev hits it long. So good start here by Thiem. He'll be looking to have a strong start here in the second set. Will not be looking to go down an early break, given how hard it is to break the Medvedev serve. So Thiem's getting himself ready, getting himself sorted here for the next service point. Hits it down the line. Medvedev hits it back up to his to the baseline. We've got a bit of a forehand exchange taking place here between both players. Medvedev probably hoping that Thiem's going to hit it long, as he has been doing a lot recently. Thiem with a backhand slice, quite deep. Medvedev with a backhand here, the strong backhand play at work. And unfortunately, Medvedev is unable to capitalise, and it is 30 love to Thiem. 30 love to Dominic Thiem here. Like I said, if you please make sure you can hit the like button on this video. That'd be fantastic. We're looking to get to hopefully 100. That'd be excellent. 100 likes on the video would be excellent. So, like you said, it's a strong. It's been a bit of a strong start from Medvedev here. Team's looking to really show a strong service hold though, and Thiem has taken it to 40 love on his own serve. Bit of a close call here on the return by Medvedev. He just sprays it beyond the inside line, the inside tram line. So, are we going to get a second game to love in succession? There's a strong possibility here if Thiem can just finish off the point. Again, out of point here. Thiem down the line. Medvedev gets able to get something on the return. Back at forehand to forehand exchange. Really strong backhand there by Medvedev. He's now in control of the point. Thiem's chip forehand down the line by Thiem with his forehand. Thiem cross court again by Medvedev, and he just hits it long. So it is a game to love game to love, a second one of the match, second one of the set, and we're only 2 games in. Yeah, we are sitting at 1 game all here. 2 very quick service games to start off the second set after what was quite a lengthy 6-3 first set, taking around about 54 minutes. So Medvedev starts off as he looks to continue with a ace, just clipping the edge of the tee as he goes down the line there on the deuce side. As we now move over to the ad side. Hits it wide and hits it on the line. Second ace. So they're absolutely flying for their points here. I would say absolutely flying for the points here at the beginning of the second set. So, bit of a wide one there when it came to Thiem's first serve. Just about hits it well to the side of the tee. Gets it in. We've got a bit of a forehand exchange taking place. Up the line there by Medvedev. Thiem with a slice backhand to backhand exchange is taking place here. Up the line by Medvedev, makes it 40 love. We may be looking again at another game to love. Some strong service games in action here at the USA Open in Vienna. The ball kid picks up the ball with his hands. I think that's against the rules there, isn't it, Vienna, with the situation. And of course, Medvedev hits another ace. It's third of the service game to make another game to love. Well, that was some very quick games. If any of you were slightly predicting the fact that Medvedev and Thiem hitting their 3 game to love ones, well done to you. Off the evidence of the first set, that was not to be expected at all. So we're very much shaping things up for the beginning of the second set here. We can certainly see that Medvedev certainly looks solid, looks focused. He just wants to get this done. He wants to get off the court as soon as possible and get ready for a quarterfinal tomorrow. But Thiem will try to do his best to halt that progress as much as possible. So certainly in this match here, and Medvedev's had form when it comes to when he's shown this sort of like focus and zone. I mean, his matches at the Astana Open a couple of weeks ago, up until the point of that Djokovic match, he was in the zone. He was focused. He was flying through his matches in the most professional manner you could possibly think of. Whereas, as we know, with Thiem, it's been a little bit of a longer trek and a little bit of a harder road when it comes to a lot of his matches recently. Being 2.5 hour epics, and I'm sure Medvedev does not want to get himself involved in a 2.5 hour epic here in Vienna. Again, make sure you put some comments in the chat about how you're feeling the game's going. If there's anything else happening elsewhere that you want to let me know about, or any sort of questions generally about tennis, I'm here to sort of answer your questions. And hit the like button if you haven't done so already. I'm just trying to slightly regard my voice there. So it is 5-2 in Basel. It looks as though Bautista Agut has a double break and is about to take the match against Murray. Whereas Cressy and Van der Zandschulp have gone to court there, and it's looking to be 1 game all. So Thiem goes for the serve, looks to go down the tee. Unfortunately, sprays it wide, so doesn't able to get the point. And just to give you another thing, it's 2-1 between 2-1 on the third set with Hurkacz and Wisselori. So we've got a bit of a forehand-to-forehand exchange taking place here. Forehand-to-forehand again, constant forehand-to-forehand, and Thiem hits it wide. And ends up banging his racket against the side of his calf or his thigh in frustration. I could very much imagine, especially given the way that first set ended. It was looking so good. It was really strong, really quite into it. That he wants the to get almost the juices flowing almost when it comes to some strong points. Really good first serve there by Thiem. Drop shots it. Medvedev is able just to get to it, but unfortunately hits it wide of the inside tram line. We're now sitting at 15-15. 15-15. Yeah, so we're sitting at 15-15 here. So Thiem's just checking which ball he wants to be able to use. Making sure everything is set and ready. The usual situation, the Medvedev serving position being quite far behind the baseline. He's pretty much on the back of the digital advertising boards. The Thiem with the second serve. Medvedev was able to get a good backhand onto it, good and deep. Medvedev backhand, so we've got the backhand to backhand exchange taking place here. Backhand by Medvedev down backhand a lot. Forehand by Thiem. Cross court by Medvedev. Down the line backhand by Medvedev. Down the line forehand by Medvedev. Pushing Thiem from one side to another. Thiem has come forward a little bit but caught in no man's land. Down the line backhand by Medvedev. Cross court forehand by Medvedev. Medvedev showing some real strong composure in the court. And Thiem's able to run to the net and smashes it for the point. Fist pump to the crowd. Fist pump to everyone else to say that, yes, this was my point. I was able to get Medvedev into an awkward situation where the short ball came and I was able to smash it long, or smash it into the into one of the advertising boardings. One of the things, if you've ever been to a match where they've had sort of painted advertising boardings, the amount of ball prints that you see smashed into the side of it, especially by the end of the tournament, it's certainly a fun sight to see. The Antwerp Open had that certainly last week. Okay, up the line there by Thiem. So we've got a bit of a backhand to backhand exchange taking place here. Ooh, very deep one by Thiem. Backhand to backhand still playing out at this point here. Cross court, some cross court forehands taking place. Strong backhand by Medvedev. Back to some forehands. Backhand by Medvedev, right to the side of the court. What a point by Medvedev. Takes Thiem this way and that. Able to clip the line with his backhand. Again, showing why Daniil Medvedev's backhand is one of the strongest backhands that we have on the tour at the moment. If you agree with that, please do say. If you think that somebody else has got an even stronger backhand, has a group of players with a stronger backhand, please do say. But it is a brilliant backhand. It is strong and it is a weapon, and that's what you want your backhand to be. So Thiem feeling a bit of pressure at the moment. As we're sitting at 30-30, hits the net on the first serve, goes for the second here. Medvedev able to hit a strong backhand again. Thiem's able to do some conducting of the point, moving his play this way now, and the unforced error hits again by Thiem. He sprays it long. I feel as though we're sort of Groundhog Day with the amount of times I've said about Thiem with his forehand, spraying it long, right to the edge of the line. So it's break point here for Medvedev. Early in the second set, can he get this sorted? Can he get it to 3-1? Good return there by. Oh, we have Thiem hits the net. And we are in a situation where Medvedev has broken Thiem early in the second set. Broken. That seems to be the case a lot here in the back end of the first set, beginning of the second. It's unfortunate, really. This is what we were our worst fears, I would say, that this would happen. Now, can Medvedev consolidate this to make it 4-1, really extend that lead? Some strong bits of backhand play here by Medvedev. Thiem's doing his best to keep in the point. Medvedev using his octopus-like arms to really get to the point, get to the ball. And Thiem is able to force an error out of the Medvedev backhand to make it 15-love Thiem. Good start here for Thiem along there. Well, we've got some comments. Who'd be broke in his 3-1 up? Manos is very excited by the fact that that Hubie Hurkacz is 3-1 up on the other court. Really strong service there by Medvedev. Team unable to actually get it over the net. It is now sitting at 15-15. I know he's going for, he's looking certainly to get that 4-1 lead in this set. Would really put him into a commanding position if he did so. So really strong serve by Medvedev again. Again, just an outstanding serve that Medvedev has. It's, you forget how strong and how powerful it is. And Medvedev just clips the line with that smash. Just clips the line with that smash to make it 30-15 to himself. So Medvedev is just gearing himself up for the service point here. Again, this is a very strong, just another strong serve by Medvedev. Really another strong serve. Team is just left flailing, unable to get anything on in any of these service games at this stage, or any of these service points on Medvedev's serve. And is putting up a sarcastic thumbs up to his box with that point there. Medvedev has 2 points to consolidate the break here. Just hits the net, so we've got a second serve here. Just hits the net and trickles over the wrong side. Will we get another break? Will we get another consolidation? Wow. So Medvedev fires it out wide. Team reads it like a book and is able to hit a forehand up the line for the first time in a while. Is able to keep it on the island with a forehand up the line winner. Again, one of the crucial factors we're seeing of this match is that Team is hitting way too many unforced errors to remain competitive in these games and sets. So Medvedev again goes to hit out wide. Unfortunately, it just clips the net on the way out, and as such, is a second serve. Strong second serve. Medvedev keeping it strong. Backhand to backhand exchange. Team's really running into this. Medvedev cross court, excellent point there, but able to get control of the point again. Team is left in the defensive. Medvedev really strong backhand there, in control of the point. Fires at the other side. Team just about get to it. We've got a bit of a backhand to backhand exchange. Down the line by Medvedev. In control of the point again, and just sends Team the other way as he runs to the net and is able to get the point and consolidate here in the middle of the second set. Gary is saying again, should have made my predictions earlier. Had a feeling it would start out looking good and Daniil would pull away. But that is certainly what is taking place here. I'm sure Daniil would like to get a second break here. He's sitting 4-1, just needs to hold for 2 more service games. We'll just do a quick look around the grounds as well, whilst everyone's just sat down, just to make sure everyone knows what's happening. Murray did lose in the end. Roberto Batista Agut won 6-3, 6-2. So Felix Auger-Aliassime and Miomir Kecmanovic have ended up going on the court there. And in the doubles in that tournament, Niels and Zidanskik are 3-1 up against Maxime Cressy and Botic van der Zandskop. And in Vienna, as we just have a replay of Team's sarcastic thumbs up, we've got Hurkacz leading 4-1 now in the third set over at the Gladenbachstig court, which is the second court in Vienna. And of course, we've got the team match here where Medvedev is currently cruising to the quarterfinals. It seems where we could be setting up, hopefully, and we're praying to all the gods with this, that we could get a Sinner Medvedev quarterfinal here in Vienna. Now, what a match that would be! That would be an absolutely epic match if that could take place. There's a possibility of setting up some really other epic matches. We've got one later on with Bora Koric, with a rematch with Tsitsipas. As we can really see Team absolutely going mental at his box. I wouldn't say mental, so absolutely, really having a go at his box, looking as confused as anything as the reason why he's going into this state. It's not a great state to be in. You don't want to be going in such a negative mindset this close to the possible end. going to be strong. You want to really make sure that Medvedev has to earn this victory. As Gary said, there's a Rafa/Novak on level 1 and a Daniil Carlos on level 1A. That's how I see the men's side of the game, the men's side these days. Just my 2 cents. No, that's an interesting one. I'll just put that comment out for everyone else to read. That is an interesting one, Gary. I certainly would say that Rafa and Novak are, in a league of their own, as Medvedev is able to just on the run winner that with the forehand. Just you can't say better than that. I would certainly say that you got something on that point there. Daniil and Carlos, being that sort of that new generation that are going to end up, certainly dominate the game, or are dominating the game in points. When Novak and Carlos are absent. Whoa. Okay. So team, it looks as though at the start of this service game, team is taken to running to the net more. That must be a tactic he's looking to introduce, shorten those points down. As he obviously believes that going into these long rallies, he is not coming out on top as nearly as often as he would like to. So he's decided to do a little bit of a serve and volley-esque tactic. Let's see if he introduces it here on the third point of the serve. Down the line, runs towards the net. Medvedev is able to read it, but unfortunately, he doesn't get so much onto it, and it ends up hitting the net. And that's sitting at 30-15 for team. Interesting tactics being played here by team to try and keep up here. Remember, make sure you keep liking the hit the like button if you haven't done so already. As it does this great for the channel. Team up the line, so we've got a bit of a forehand to forehand exchange. Team just about hits it long, goes for another forehand winner, and unfortunately hits it long. It's a real shame. It is a real shame that what was so promising in terms of winners at the in the first 6 games have sort of dissipated at this stage. So sitting at 30-30 here, will team be able to stop the rot effectively? We've got a bit of a forehand to forehand exchange. Backhand there by Medvedev and a strong one. Forehand down the line, winner by backhand down the line, winner by team. The old reliable, able to win the point. Now has game point to try and make it at least 4-2 and keep it to 1 break point here in Vienna. So we are just, as I say, we are sitting at 40-30 to team at this stage. He's looking to do his best to keep it to 1 game point. Good first serve. We've got a bit of a forehand to backhand exchange taking place between team and Medvedev at the moment. Medvedev, of course, keeping himself in it as much as possible. Really strong deep balls here by Medvedev, and just gets team on the run. Team hits it, but unfortunately, he's unable to get it over the net. And it is now 40-40. Medvedev is just, as his nickname subscribes to being the octopus, he's just looking to suffocate the life out of the team here, not giving him any easy points, any easy shots, getting to absolutely everything, playing the third, fourth. Thank you, Gary, for saying nice work on the commentary again. Trying to make sure that Medvedev plays that third, his opponent plays the third, fourth ball, to get those points. Okay, so a really strong serve there by team, sticking Medvedev out pretty much to the fans, and Medvedev is unable to get good purchase on it and sprays it long and unable to keep it on the island here at the moment. So team has advantage on his own serve. Fans are doing their absolute best in the stadium to get behind their man, get behind team. Hi, Liam. How you doing? And we have their team just sprays it slightly long. Again, we've now got a second serve. This is slightly dangerous as it allows Medvedev into the actual chat. So we just got a thing saying, not a fan of James's Red Bull jersey, but a good commentary. So no worries about that, Liam. It was a top I was able to get in a sale on the F1 website, and at the time the Red Bull top looked very, it's very. It looked good. It feels, and it's very comfy to wear. Somehow these F1 jerseys tend to be able to be quite comfortable. Would recommend. So, nice little drop shot there by Thiem. Medvedev's able to get to it. Oh, what a display at the net by both players. A little bit of a tiki-taka, if I could have used that word. Tiki-taka on the passes. Drop shot by Thiem first of all. Medvedev able to get to it and just try and caress it back. Thiem reads it and drop shots it to the other side of the court. Medvedev unable, even with those long arms, able to reach it. You can see the annoyance on his face from doing that. So Thiem just hits the net. Here. You can see the sweat dripping down his face as he goes to another serve. Medvedev able to go up the line. Again, a little bit of an up the line exchange between both players. Medvedev is not letting go, but Medvedev hits it long. An unforced error from Medvedev, something quite rare in this match, which then means we're now sitting at 4-2 to Thiem. I will though, just because it was a good hold there in the end by Thiem.
Scooby-Doo-Bop-Bop-A-Doo. He knows what to do. Scooby-Doo-Bop-Bop-A-Dee. It's Dominic Thiem. It's Dominic Thiem. If you know what I mean. It's Dominic Thiem. If you know what I mean. Scooby-Doo-Bop-Bop-A-Doo. He knows what to do. Scooby-Doo-Bop-Bop-A-Dee. It's Dominic Thiem.
Very good button there on that. And just whilst that was playing, they were quite quick off the mark on the next service game. So Medvedev was already 15 love up and is run to the net, and it's now 30 love up. Nice little drop shot at the net there by Medvedev, just pointing over with his racket to make it 30 love. He is not messing. He wants to probably get this done to a game to love here, so that he can get back set down. I can see as well, just Marino saying FA and Kecmanovic is going to start soon. Yes, and you're rooting for Kecmanovic. Yeah, I remember watching his match against Alcaraz in Miami. That was a cracker at the start of the year. And then there's a Dan Evans match actually in Tokyo. That was another cracker. As Medvedev looks to go forward, caught in no man's land, and as such sprays it into the net. I say sprays it into the net. Tries to poke it over, and unfortunately just hits the net and doesn't go over indeed. Remember, make sure you like this, like the stream if you haven't done so already, and comment about your feelings on the match, how you think this last few games may end. If it is the last few games, if you think the set is done and dusted, or if you think that the team will have a comeback. Okay, some good forehand cross-court exchanges. It's been a trademark of this match. These backhand to backhand cross-court exchanges. Now a bit of forehand exchanges, and like I keep on saying, Thiem goes for the forehand winner down the line, and you guessed it, sprays it wide. Sprays it long. Another unforced error by Thiem. You could possibly say the catalyst of this match. And he is annoyed with himself because of it. So Medvedev goes for the cross swingy, and Thiem is unable to keep it on the island. We are one game away. Medvedev is one game away from finishing this match. He has been the model professional, I would say, throughout, especially since the start of the midway point of the first set. You could possibly point to the fact that when Medvedev was when it was 3 games all, Medvedev was 40-40 on his own serve. Thiem looked as though he was just about starting to break into the Medvedev serve. But when Medvedev was able to snuff that out, win the service game, I think to then make it 3-3, that was the turning. That could have been the turning point. And then as such, the team has just unravelled slightly from there. It's shown little glimpses, but the unforced error count has just gone up and gone up and gone up. And that has played a big factor here in the reasoning why Medvedev is just, as a model professional, getting through this match, trying to get through this round to possibly set up a match with either Francisco Cerundolo or Yannick Sinner. Shame to say, as I know there's a lot of team support in the chat, but that is the unfortunate case of tennis. Sometimes you win some, sometimes you lose some, and in these situations you can, even if you think your man or woman is on the comeback or is on the rise, a better player will just play their game, play the tactics correct, right, make the less unforced errors, and walk away with the points and the prizes. Shame really for the fans in the stadium. They witnessed an absolutely epic match between Tommy Paul and team at the beginning of the week on Tuesday. Was it on Tuesday? Yeah, it wasn't. Yeah, I believe it was on there. So what we've got put down in the shot here. I ran outside today. Hi, Liam and Gary. MJ just giving us a little bit of update there. As Hubie served for the match, so that's what we're doing at the moment. And Gary's saying, "Wow, Medvedev will beat anyone on the planet serving like that. He will. It is a strong service game, and he has played the tactics on team serve incredibly well as well." So, team, a little bit of a tiki-taka at the net, and Medvedev, he looks in astonishment because he's just clipped it in on the closest of calls. He just ends up firing it cross-court at the net. It sounds Brit, or is James in the UK? Yes, I am in the UK. I am a British citizen. Is what they say it. So team looking to serve here, 15-love down already. Medvedev able to get a good purchase on that return. Team just looks a little bit dejected. It's now 30-love down. It is looking as though we're close to getting to match point on this one here. If team does not pick it up, he is 30-love down already on team on his own serve. This, of course, if Medvedev wins it, will mean that he would win the second set 6-2. So team with the serve, cross court, able to keep it in the lines, able to at least win the point as Medvedev fires it wide. Medvedev fires it wide, meaning that we are currently sitting at 30-15 to Medvedev here. Team, of course, hoping to at least win this service game, keep the set alive as long as possible. The team ends up banging it into the net. He ends up banging it into the net. So we have a second serve here. Medvedev has a sniff. Medvedev with the return on the backhand, an excellent return, but it's been shoved from side to side. Team with the first forehand down the line. It's worked for a while. That's interesting. That's good to see. That's really good to see. Up to 30-30. So a soccer or football jersey. It is a Formula One top of the Red Bull Racing team. It is indeed. Red Bull are originally created by a Austrian businessman, and Dominic team is sponsored by Red Bull. It was almost as though it was planned, but it wasn't planned. It certainly wasn't planned, especially given the Red Bull branding everywhere on this screen. Okay, so good because we've got a bit of a backhand exchange taking place here at 30-30. Medvedev with cross court, team with a nice little dink backhand, but Medvedev is running around as well. Who's going to get it? Team's at the net, and team is able just to caress it over the net and to make it 40-30. Strong here, very strong here. And Hubie and Manoris has let us know that Hubie Hurkacz has won. So Hubie Hurkacz will play the winner of Bora Koric or Stefanos Tsitsipas. That will certainly be a cracker if it would be either Tsitsipas in that match. Of course, Koric is playing back into a little bit of form at the moment, and with Manoris letting us know it will be either Koric or Tsitsipas. Yeah, cracker. Team of the serve, and Medvedev hits it into the net, meaning that team has at least asked the question. Team is asking the question of Medvedev. Can Medvedev hold it out? I suspect he'll hold it out quite well. Any other matches today for GTL? I would probably have to leave that to the powers that be in GTL, who will be able to let you know on that one there. But I know that we're covering this one as one of the bigger matches of today, being Medvedev versus team. But I'm sure there'll be more matches being at play between now and the end of this week. Sorry, I can't answer your question any further, MJ, on that one. So Medvedev, first service point, hits it on the line. Team can do no better than hit it out, unfortunately. We're sitting at just over an hour and a half in the match. Probably get about a match time that Medvedev probably wouldn't have been out here for. Looking very impressive. Deflect. Thanks, MJ. Deflect. Okay, so team. Oh no, a bit of an interesting way, a bit of a sarcastic clapping to the crowd. Obviously, it's causing Medvedev some issues as he hits a double fault. So we're sitting at 15-15 here. As we have a let cord. Oh no, let cord. We have a second serve there from her catch. Hits it wide. Team's able to get something on it. Her catch down the line with a bit of strength. Team's able to keep into the point though, but her catch is playing the conductor in this point. Hits it along the other side. Team's just able to get to it, but her catch is going for the smash. Smashes it, but team's able to collect it. Team's able to collect it and pushing her catch back. Her catch, someone's saying her catch in the thing. Medvedev back. Now we've got a bit of a cross-court to cross-court exchange. Team looks strong in this. Team looks incredibly strong in this. Medvedev is able just to control it. Team is... oh, no. No. From what looked like a position where Team had Medvedev on the run in that point. Team just hits... Team had Medvedev on the run in that point. Team sprays it beyond wide of the tram line, wide of the inner tram line. Medvedev arm up in celebration. I can't believe he lost that point. I really can't believe he lost that point. It looked to all the world like it was going to be teams. What's everyone else saying? Haven't had one in over 2. I want to eat a pizza. Haven't had one in 2 months. Please do. I had a pizza yesterday. It was very nice. Have ham and pepperoni on it. So we've got a bit of a forehand-to-forehand exchange. Oh my days! It seems to be that players that are in winning positions or in controlling positions are spraying it beyond the tram line. So I probably said tram line a lot here as Medvedev hits it into the middle of the tram line on the team side, making it 30-30. This is certainly not how anyone would expect this Medvedev to be performing in this section. Go team. We've got a go team in the chat. Wally, can he do it? Can he bring it back? Medvedev says, no, thank you. I am taking it to
match point.
We are at match point here. A match point. We've got a no in the chat from Medvedev, from MJ. Not happy about this. Can Medvedev do it? Okay, Medvedev's come to the net. Expose it wide. And unfortunately, team is unable to keep it on the island. Medvedev wins here. Daniil Medvedev takes the victory in straight sets. Sarcastic thumbs up to the crowd who are not happy with this. Of course, they want their home lad to do it as Medvedev gives some consoling words to the team as they walk to the net to shake hands. Well, let me know, just as we wrap up here on this stream, your thoughts on that match if you were watching alongside and having my voice in the background. If so, thank you so much. Make sure if you are about to depart that you if you haven't already, hit a like button on this stream. We very much appreciated. As we have here a Medvedev victory, 6-3, 6-3. Very professional scoreline in the end. Looking to get it all done and in the way. I mean, there's so much that team, as they say, team can take heart for. He fought really well. Great podcast. Thanks, James. Thank you so much, MJ, for that. That's brilliant to hear. Like I was just wrapping up there again. If you please put your comments if you've got any thoughts on that match. Team played unbelievably well at points, but the unforced errors, which hung at 24, with a lot of them being on the forehand, 19 forehand unforced errors in 2 sets, is just not going to cut the mustard, as they say. It's just not going to cut the mustard if you're going to be trying to beat the former world number 1 and current world number 4 or 5, as he is currently at the moment. One of the favourites for this tournament, the top seed. But there's stuff the team can take from here. He is now due to play in qualifying for the French Open. It's in Paris. It's not the French Open. It is the Paris Masters. He is due to play qualifying in the Paris Masters. My understanding is that the draw for that is coming out tomorrow for the qualifiers. And by the looks of it, he'll be joining the likes of Jack Draper and I think Aslan Karatsev is still technically in qualifying as well for the Paris Masters. So if you're anywhere based near Paris and you've got a spare weekend on Saturday or Sunday, I would highly recommend getting yourself a ticket over to the qualifying, as you're going to see some absolutely top quality players like THIEM, like Draper, like Karatsev playing it out at the Paris Masters. But for now, we've got Medvedev making his way through to the quarterfinals with the possibility of the possibility of a Jannik Sinner match, which would be excellent. We're just getting a little bit of a confirmation of some of the scores here in Vienna for the rest of the day. Giron, of course, beat Norrie in straight sets, 6-3, 6-4. Unfortunately, indoor hard is not one of Norrie's favourite surfaces or conditions. And then we saw that Hurkacz, as Manoris, has kept us excellently up to date throughout the entirety of this stream. Won in 3 sets there. And the next matches this evening, if you've to watch, you've got Francisco Cerundolo versus Jannik Sinner, and then Bora Koric versus the 2nd seed Stefanos Tsitsipas. Later from Gary. See you later on, Gary. Great job. Thank you very much for that, Gary. Remember, like I said, hit the like button as we're going to end the stream here. And it's been great being able to commentate on this match. Hopefully, we see more THIEM Medvedev matches taking place in the future. But for now, goodbye.